still flexing, actually.
Yes.
You saw Fisher having a bit of a giggle, and that means that, yeah, maybe they're not even entirely sure who's going to be playing what just yet.
I think you could play Galio here, actually. It's not a lot of damage, but it gives you a really nice response to the Aurora, and you can match the Aurora no matter where she goes in that flexibility. Victor I like a little bit less. There's a lot more magic damage. Vikla is not the type of player I associate with control mages and slow controlled gameplay and just kind of being a front-to-back AP carry type player. He has done it in the past, but it's not really been what he's known for. He's more similar to Closer, who he replaced on this roster, who plays a lot of melees, plays a lot more explosive picks.
Which doesn't have a whole lot of range outside of Victor and Jace being able to get some poke in. An interesting one on both sides. Jump into it.
Bite and not a dash, but it does propel you forward like a dash. I just don't know how it's coded.
You do lunge a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just been a while since I've seen the matchup. So maybe our scholars on the desk will be able to let us know. It's happened so many times. We haven't had the expert, you know? We haven't had the QV, right? The QV has been gone for too long, and Doran is now that guy, especially on... Okay, that's just first blood. Kellen's dead. Well, there was the interaction, Wolf.
I also said that there's a chance you could set up the feathers with that. To playing Jace. Hold up.
Okay, he's doing it again. Yeah, Kellen is just going to take a lot of damage. Diablo as well as Gio is just going to chase him down. The Ghost has been used. Doesn't have the Blade Caller, but they just got back.
Yeah, well, this is a disaster now. It was...
Oh, God. Lehens is just not letting them go home. As there's the flash. Lehens might have bit off more than he can chew. Still burning down. But Gideon's over here. Raptor also turning up, but not actually able to affect the play. So Lehens is going to get scared off. Gio moving on over now as Gideon, a lot of health available, but they don't have control. A Cocoon is up, and it lands onto the monkey. Repel out immediately as Kellen cannot find it, but they eventually will get that spider because what goes up must come down, and Gio is just going to dive on top of Diablo. There it is. Flashes into the brush, but there at the beginning of this game, you love it when a plan comes together. As Kingen dashing around, not going to be bothered by this steadfast presence as Kellen will be able to clear out that ward, and now Raptor able to slink in unbeknownst.
It's tough to dive this Ambessa with flash and ult.
Oh, but Gideon's coming in. Oh no, the Wukong gets trapped in the prison, but Kingen's still likely to go down. The public execution is unfortunately not going to get seen by anyone. Yep, ulti comes on through as another dive and another death. As the repel gets him out of there. Fisher going to be flashing. That's the right flash, however, not going to be good enough. As Vikla going to secure it with a Chaos Storm. Oh man, and this is also 6 Grubs going over to an Ambessa composition. Not to mention that, you know, Aurora actually does decently well in the side lane. With 3v3, it's going to be tough. With a 4th, though, maybe an opportunity. No Blade Caller here for Jiwoo, as he's now looking to get himself out. Great Cocoon from Lehens, who does have to flash, but does get himself out of there. Diablo also going to be Killer Instincting in order to make his way out. An awkward verb, not going to lie. As Gideon is going to be on this ward. I feel like we've been waiting for some replays for a while, but we can't get to them because there's just action all over the place. And Kellen is also just going to get prisoned, and now he's in trouble. The Cocoon point blank range onto Raptor as he throws down the Cyclone, but Lehens is going to find him. Still, the second Cyclone's going to take out the Elise. Keeper's verdict says no to Fisher, and Raptor even survives. A couple of feathers. More physical damage, but Yuntal is a new one, has been buffed on this patch. As now Fisher looking to try and survive here. That is a Narnian ultimate from Gideon, and a very dead Fisher, but still, Poppy's going to be on the floor, so a 1-for-1. Not too much damage there, although it doesn't do a whole lot to a high health target. Is now Raptor looking for a wraparound, wants to stop Kingen from being able to get in here, but the public execution is a real dangerous one. Raptor just walks in and it's a highway robbery. Kingen, can you find an angle? As Kingen's just going to move him out of there, but he's going to be dying. Raptor now going to get imprisoned, and he is the one that drew the short straw as he doesn't get over the wall there. He killed this pesky spider as, Lehens, that was so cute. Going to stop him from being able to take him down by blast coning him away, and now the permafrost comes in. Kellen just going to get wrathed by the winter and will be taken down where he stands. 3-0-3 Zyra's public execution onto Vikla. He's going to have to flash, but that's not going to get him away from this Ambessa. Raptor chasing him down. Clear is going to very awkwardly teleport in, but will be able to grab a kill onto this Ambessa. Repel gets Lehens out of there, and Diablo now just standing awkwardly behind the turret. Raptor is going to move in, and the Cocoon is going to miss. And that will mean that Diablo takes down the Spider. B&K, they managed to grab that one, as now Kellen's dead again. Gio going to collect another kill, and he's continuing to push here in this mid lane.
They have 6 grubs, so I mean, the push of this Xayah is actually relevant, plus Fisher here in the top side.
To get the steal, that's the question, because you cannot fight them after they get this buff. Keeper's Verdict comes down, but it's too late. The Cocoon is going to block Kellen there, as well as the public execution. Oh no, insult, meet, injury. As B&K not only lose Otacon, but they also lose both their jungle and support. And Nongshim are going to be able to continue pushing with an inability to die.
Yeah, they'll push hard here into the bottom lane and look for potentially a dive on the clear.
Yep, clear is going to take a bunch of damage here from Kingen, shields up most of it. And we'll continue to try and get some pressure down, as there's the public execution. Clear manages to go to the skies, and speaking of to the skies, Keeper's Verdict sends away the Ambessa, but they're continuing to fight here. Oh, Jiwoo! That's that killer instinct we wanted to see! 2 kills ripped away from B&K, and then he just withdraws, goes back home as Fisher, now it's his turn to pop off underneath the inhibitor turret, and now it's just Vikla left standing. That is some Otacon value, if ever I've seen it.
About, but everything up until that was pretty great.
Well, Lehens has found Vikla, and there's another Cocoon. Try and kill Kingen here. Kellen will die if he tries to corral him any more than this. And you can see Kingen realized that public execution going to go down. Let's see whether the world champ can make his way out. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the world champ difference right there. It doesn't have to be just Wolf Flick that has it. As now Nongshim push in the mid lane, they're going to take another inhibitor. And this game is basically over. So big, Wolf.
Yeah.
We were talking about the fact that like he's getting a bunch of money early and how that's not a good thing. I'm kind of feeling like maybe it is, as the first Cocoon is going to miss there, and that might spell the end of Lehens. He repels, Raptor is burning, and Elise just flashes away. Lehens he just walks. He's got those tap dancing shoes on, and he's feeling good about it as Jiwoo throws out the Feather Storm. That stops Diablo from killing him for a while. Does mean that he does go down, but B&K, I don't think they're winning this one. Public execution just for fun, but Kingen gets that shield, stays alive, and Gideon is never going to die again this game. His health bar is too big, and Fisher is done.
Stop the Baron. That's the good news.
Hey, nailed it. There you go.
The bad news is you did not stop a 6-scrub Aurora from wiping out majority of this Nexus turret. You see Kingen's got the teleport in as well, and they are looking to end this one right here, right now.
Yeah, that is game 1 in the books here for Nongshim. Probably the most cathartic game for any Nongshim fan. If you are a Noodle Boys enthusiast, this is a good sign for things to come, because this is Jiwoo looking back on form. This is Fisher finding some angles. Gideon looking really, really good. What the heck? Gideon top damage.
Well, a little bit behind Vikla, but otherwise, yes. On his team.
On his team, yeah. That's absolutely insane. I'm so impressed. This Heartsteel Sejuani situation, with 1,000 dashes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there aren't very many of those left available, and Diablo's still going to lock it in. Oh, this is...
I mean, look.
Oh, okay, there's the Shen. Lehens is just he's just letting us know. By the way, I'm the Shen guy too. I was expecting Shen or Yuumi, because both of them can just drop down with the Galio.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. But I was really hoping for something to punish this Ezreal before it hits its 2-item spike, and I just don't think they have that.
I don't really see it either. I think so much is on Raptor's shoulders. Like, this guy has to get around and make this Vi work in the early game. Otherwise, the combo is going to be scary. Let's get into it. Right?
Oh, for sure.
Akali there. Like the nurse's Akali skin is a real thing. Oh man, that's so cool. There's a medical drama that's ready to go.
They could add so many other champions to the skin line as well. Those skins so well. I mean, I'm just saying.
Riot. I mean, we got to get this email.
Yeah.
I talk about writing the emails all the time. This one has to happen.
What do B&K get on the cross map here? You see Kellen wrapping around. He's level 3 though.
Get onto these grubs.
So fast on the rotation. You know, no punish there on the bottom side. Now,
oh god, Lehens. Kellen is going to be able to sweep him. So there we go, but Lehens once more. There's the Shadow Dash flash! And they all pile on top of Raptor. He's taken down Diablo. Gonna have to cleanse as Kingen says, you're not taking part in this fight. And it should be 3 grubs going over to Nongshim. A bit of a crutch picked up by some of our bottom laners as Jiwoo. Arcane Shift going to counteract that ultimate quite nicely as the barrier was invested. He still wanted to go toe-to-toe. Caught by Gideon.
They lost control.
Yeah, they did lose control. I was going to say, I was pretty sure it was a blue health bar that was over there. So it's going to be 5 grubs, but no feat of strength.
Concerned he will not be alive.
Well, here's a stand united, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this composition does. It CCs you and kills you.
Yeah,
and you can't
here if this dive does get committed to.
And no stand united. This means that Kingen is somewhat vulnerable, but he does have the ultimate. Can they chain the CC? The answer is no.
They can't get anything, Atlas. There's nothing for this team.
Yeah, and they might even lose more as the bullet time is going to soften up Kingen. Away. I'm going to have a look at this one more time. Let's see how much gameplay Clear is allowed to do.
Let's see how much gameplay Lehens does.
Yep.
Press R.
Well, that was the knockup, and he came down, and then, yeah, and pressed E. He pressed E?
It's great to see. Like, it's exciting.
Well, Stand United now going to be invested, and Clear was like, I was enjoying the 1v1. And Shadow Dash doesn't actually connect. Another Empower would have killed Kingen. Not quite executed correctly there on the side of Nongshim.
You know, where the good news stops.
Ooh, that was a nice Emperor's Divide there from Vikla. Now the Sand Soldier's getting some work done. Of course, Fisher is able to take magic damage quite comfortably, so isn't going to die just yet, but with some assistance could be a problem. Justice Punch going to be blocked, as at least has a small taunt there, but they still have to do it.
This is a really cool setup here, though, because they're going to crash this into mid-turret. Clear is threatening topside. Yes, they lost the bottom turret, but you can see Vikla has teleport. He's actually defending the bottom turret there. This is a really good map play here for BNK, and they lose a dragon for this, but I don't think they care.
Well, that is going to be the taunt coming down. Clear should be able to get rid of this turret, but it takes so long. Clear will be taken down. They're in the Thunderdome now. Justice Punch is served to Raptor, but he is going to be able to make it out with the Vault Breaker. Vikla with a defensive ultimate, but Lehens just Shadow Dashes him, and no Sun Disc is going to protect you from that.
Sliver off of having an amazing team fight after already making such a good macro play, but
I mean, I think that they're like playing World of Warcraft, you know, with 2 tanks in a raid group. They're like the feats of strength as well, as Otacon is going to be on the top side of the map as he does appear. I assume it's Voracious. As Lehens, I mean, all good things must come to an end, right? And so he will be taken down, but there is a control ward there as once again, they're diving on top of Lehens, but this time, he's got Gideon there, and now the rest of the teammates turn up. Teleport coming forward, Fisher Justice punches his way out. They get a teleport.
Of the map.
Vikla. Oh, Vikla is in so much trouble. Fisher is going to spot him out, but the teleport, that's going to scoot him out of there.
But that gives a huge amount of prio for Otacon right now. BNK need to rotate fast. Clear does not have teleport. This is a huge problem.
Well, yeah, and Vikla definitely doesn't have teleport because he just used it to get out of the way of right here where he wants to be. As now Kingen looking for an opportunity. Stands United comes down. Emperor's Divide does absolutely nothing. And down goes Raptor. Kellen, not sure what he's doing as I look back towards the rest of the fight. Hookshot, not going to get Vikla, but now he's out of the fight as well. Clear, standing in amongst it, but none of his friends are around. And Nongshim just going one after the other. And Clear survives for way longer than he would like to, but now 2 of the damage dealers are up.
Now, even though everyone's super low on the side of Nongshim, Lehens is going to take some damage here. They're going to have to juggle the aggro. Meanwhile, you see Vikla pushing into that inner. They're going to try to take down this dragon, but the Otacon is way more important here. Vikla whiffing that ultimate is so massive. I think if he had saved it there and had at least hit Lehens, but like he had actually gotten a high value setup there, maybe they could have actually stopped that objective. And, I mean, you have no information to set up a combo. Kellen has to be the guy.
Well, they do have information on where Kingen is, but Kellen is still likely to die. Gets the Magnet Storm off as now Gideon with that Crescent Guard trying to keep himself safe. Heroic entrance going to bring Fisher over there. The Winds of War as well, as Clear's going to go down. There's a beautiful taunt. Yeah, Misfortune can't play the game. That was never going to be a thing. Raptor trying to flash, but it's a triple for Jiwoo, and he's even going to let the Vi live because Nongshim just want to take apart the base of BNK, or maybe they changed their minds. They want a purple buff. Looks to take down his first inner turret on this top side. Kellen once again out of position, and you want to be higher in the standings. You don't want to be one of the teams that is struggling in the bottom 5. Oh my god! Diablo just explodes! Emperor's Divide does manage to get some damage back, but look at this! Nongshim say thanks for the engage angle and just obliterate them. Their knees were this weak and their palms were this sweaty, Wolf.
Yeah. Kingen I think he's in danger, but not. Maybe I'm wrong, because he's Camille.
Yeah, well, Kingen is just going to give him a thumbs up. Fisher is going to knock them all up. He goes golden as well, just to show how cool he is, and then he dies. That is going to be Raptor, at least keeping him honest. But in the meantime, as you can see, Nongshim are winning the game. Gideon, win becomes lightning, but Nexus becomes exploded, and Nongshim are going to pick up the 2-0. He was no stranger to that either. Oh god, this was a jump scare.
Yeah, this was.
I mean, we mentioned it already. Diablo was never playing this game.
No.
Sadly.
I also feel like this was one of the only decisions you could not make here at this point in time to try to defend. Like, you know, you have a misfortune, maybe you play around your Nexus turrets, but going in there into this comp that has so much, I've got taunts for days, I've got shields for days, was definitely not going to be it.
This was a funny one.
Yeah, this was hilarious.
Kingen, look at his, he's got like a nervous smile. He's like, oh, sorry about that one.
I want to see Fisher play more utility, man. If he can play Galio like this, I want to see him play Karma mid, okay? You know, like,
yeah,
I want to see him play
bring back the Lulu, let's go!
Because I haven't trusted a lot of his damage dealers, especially 80 carries last year, but if he can play Galio like this, I wonder what else he's got in his pocket.
Well, Jiu is going to top the damage here. We can see, like, Clear actually had an okay time against Kingen in the lane, but it just really felt like he was never able to really do anything at all. Raptor gave it his best shot, but I felt like compositionally it was a masterstroke from Nongshim, and BNK not really able to give Diablo anything that he could actually do. So you can see he dropped off.
Thank you very much, guys. This is here for the POM interview translation, joined by Lihan on the side of Nongshim Red Force. Congratulations! Thank you. You just got out of your last group battle match. How do you feel? Now, I really wanted to finish strong with a victory, and I'm very relieved that we're able to do that. And I didn't really think that it was a clean match, but I think I would say I'm pretty satisfied. And we got a new record on the last day of group battle match, which was our very first support POM today. How do you feel? You know, the reason I was able to even get a POM today is because of all the fans that have paid us a visit today. So thank you. I would like to return the favor and say thank you to everyone. And it's no surprise that you're a good Elise support player, but your Game 1 Elise play was almost like Spider-Man. And even during the draft, you took Elise quickly. So do you think Elise belongs to the top of the tier list? Yeah, a lot of supports actually do favor playing Elise. And I think I have been one of those players that have been playing Elise support from a very long time ago. So yes, I do believe that Elise is great. And yeah. So, did you want to go ahead and was it your decision to go with Elise? Yeah, I think I really did appeal to the team, and I wanted to be vocal about playing Elise today. And in Game 2, Cloud Templar, the Shen enjoyer, was so excited about your Shen support. So can you walk us through the Shen pick? You know, I'm really glad that I was able to show you give you a good show, Cloud Templar. Thank you for your support. And anything you would like to say to DN Freaks, since they were able to advance to the play-ins. You know, maybe you guys should treat us, take us out to dinner sometime. And you know, I hope that we all can be successful. And now, OK Savings Bank Brian will be your first opponent in the play-in stage. So please share your resolution. So we just have to climb up from where we are right now. So I hope that we become an even cooler and an amazing team over time. And that's the end of the interview with Lihan. Please stay tuned for the super hyped episode 2 of Lolmans, and now throwing it back to the space. Thank you.